Ecco, eccoti, eccomi, eccoci. What does this word ecco mean in Italian? Widely used, easy to say, yet endlessly rich in meaning. Ecco in Italian is a real must-know word. In this lesson, you'll learn 12 ways that you can use ecco with the help of plenty real-world examples. And don't worry about taking notes, I've done all the hard work for you. To help you to practice what you're about to learn here today, make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet with all the vocabulary and examples that you're going to see in this lesson. Just click on the link in the description box below this video. Pronti? Are you ready? Iniziamo! Let's begin! So what does ecco mean in Italian? Well, ecco is an Italian adverb derived from the Latin word ecce, meaning here it is. But here's the thing, there's no single English equivalent for ecco because its meaning changes depending on the context, from drawing attention to something to introducing an explanation. That's why mastering ecco will infuse your Italian with that native speaker charm. Here's a quick tip. Make sure that you pronounce that double C clearly in ecco. Otherwise, you might end up saying ecco, which means echo in Italian. So how do you use ecco in Italian? Let's take a look at some of the most common uses of ecco in Italian, starting with pointing something or someone out. Ecco is your go-to word when you want to draw attention to something or someone, much like saying here is or here are in English. In this context, it's often paired with a gesture, guiding the listener's eyes to what you are talking about. Now say you're waiting at the bus stop with a friend, and when you finally see it approaching, you can say,
Ecco l'autobus.
Here's the bus. Or maybe you are searching for a friend in a crowded room, and when you spot her, you might say,
Ecco Silvia.
There's Sylvia. Here's a pro tip. When the object or person has already been mentioned in the conversation, you can use ecco with the direct object pronoun. These pronouns attach to the end of ecco, saving you from repeating yourself. So instead of saying,
Ecco Silvia.
Here's Sylvia, you could simply say,
Eccola.
There she is, with la being the direct object pronoun for the singular feminine noun. Now to learn more about how to use direct object pronouns in Italian, watch this video lesson here. Now let's take a look at ecco with each of the direct object pronouns that you can use.
Eccomi.
Here I am.
Eccoti.
Here you are.
Eccolo. Eccola.
Here he is. Here she is. Here it is.
Eccoci.
Here we are.
Eccovi.
Here you are.
Eccoli. Eccole.
Here they are. Now let's take a look at some example sentences.
Hai visto la mia borsa?
Have you seen my bag?
Sì, eccola.
Yes, here it is.
Ma quanto ci mettono a consegnare le pizze?
How long do they take to deliver the pizzas?
Eccole, sono arrivate.
Here they are, they have arrived. And finally, for extra emphasis, you can add qui, qua, meaning here, or li, la, for there, after ecco. Take a look at these examples.
Ecco qui I suoi spaghetti.
Here is your spaghetti.
Eccolo qua, pensavo di averlo perso.
Here it is, I thought I had lost it.
Hai visto che c'è anche Sandra? Eccola là.
Did you see that Sandra is here too? There she is. Now to learn how to use qui, qua, li and la in Italian, watch this video lesson right here. We can also use ecco when indicating someone or something's action. Ecco can be followed by the conjunction che, meaning that, and a verb to describe an action involving someone or something. This construction is similar in meaning to the previous usage of ecco, but it emphasizes the action rather than identifying the person or object. Take a look at these examples.
Ecco che inizia la partita.
Here starts the game.
Ecco che ricomincia a nevicare.
Here it starts snowing again.
Ecco che arrivano gli zii.
Here come the uncles. Now, the translations here in English are a little bit strange, but you need to try and step into the shoes of how an Italian would speak because they say things just like this. Now, as with the previous usage, you can combine ecco with a pronoun if the person or object has already been mentioned. For example,
Ecco che Antonio ricomincia a lamentarsi.
here's Antonio starting to complain again, becomes
Eccolo che ricomincia a lamentarsi.
here he is starting to complain again.
Ecco che la borsa è sparita di nuovo.
Here's the bag disappearing again, becomes
Eccola che è sparita di nuovo.
here it has disappeared again. To learn how to use all pronouns in Italian, make sure you watch this video lesson here. Are you enjoying this lesson? Don't let the learning stop here. Make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet for this lesson, which you'll find a link to below this video. Now, ecco can also be used when narrating something. Ecco to narrate events. This construction is a favorite in storytelling and journalism. For example,
Ecco arrivare il lupo cattivo.
here comes the bad wolf.
Ecco tornare il sereno sui mercati.
Here the calm returns to the markets.
Ecco ripresentarsi il problema.
Here the problem reappears. Now, if you want to add a little drama, just precede ecco with
Quando?
meaning when, to set the stage for something unexpected. For example,
Stavo per andare via quando ecco arrivare Marco.
I was about to leave when suddenly Marco arrived. Now, to learn the most used Italian verbs, watch this video lesson right here. Ecco is also used when responding to when someone calls. Now, ecco is a great Italian style response when someone's calling for you. It's perfect for letting the other person know that you're on your way or that you've arrived. Take a look at these examples.
Marco, sei in ritardo come al solito.
Marco, you're late as always.
Eccomi, sto arrivando.
Here I am, I'm coming.
Ragazzi, ma dove siete?
Guys, where are you?
Eccoci, eravamo andati a comprare un gelato.
Here we are, we went to buy an ice cream. You can also use ecco to express agreement. Now, when you want to show that you're totally on board with something, a common expression to use is ecco. In this context, it's like saying, that's right, in English. And to amplify your agreement, you compare it with adverbs like
Appunto,
meaning exactly or
infatti.
meaning indeed. Take a look at these examples.
Basterebbe iniziare a dare multe salate e la gente smetterebbe di lasciare la macchina dove non deve.
Just start giving out big fines and people will stop parking where they shouldn't.
Ecco, appunto, ci siamo capiti.
That's right, we're on the same page.
Non andrò più al mare a Ferragosto. Costa troppo.
I won't go to the beach on Ferragosto anymore. It's too expensive.
Ecco, infatti, io preferisco sempre evitare le ferie ad agosto.
Indeed, that's right. I always prefer to avoid vacations in August. We also use ecco to emphasize a point. Now, when you want to emphasize that you were spot on about something, you can say ecco. It's the perfect way to highlight that your warnings or predictions were absolutely correct and spot on. For example,
Ecco, avevo ragione. Questo è il treno sbagliato.
see, I was right. This is the wrong train.
Ecco, hai visto? Sei arrivato in ritardo e hai perso la coincidenza.
See, you arrived late and missed the connection.
Ecco, te l'avevo detto che il museo sarebbe stato chiuso oggi.
See, I told you the museum would be closed today. Are you enjoying this lesson? Don't let the learning stop here. Make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet for this lesson, which you'll find a link to below this video. Ecco can also be used to buy time. Looking for that right word? Ecco is a handy filler word to help you take a pause and gather your thoughts. It's perfect for those moments when you're hesitating or you need a gentle transition to deliver some news, similar to how we say, well, or you know, in English. Take a look at these examples.
Ecco, volevo chiamarti, davvero, ma non ho avuto tempo.
Well, I really wanted to call you, but I didn't have time.
Ecco, pensavo, ti va di uscire insieme stasera?
Well, I was thinking, do you want to go out together tonight?
Ecco, non so come dirtelo, ma non posso più venire con te al concerto.
Well, I don't know how to tell you, but I can't go to the concert with you anymore. It's also used to highlight a fact with irony or sarcasm. Ecco is often the word of choice in Italian when you want to use irony or sarcasm to highlight something that is the opposite of what is expected. Take a look at these examples.
Ecco come sono pulite le strade di questa città.
So this is how clean the streets of this city are. Now the sarcasm here would be that the streets are far from clean.
Ah, ecco come mi aiuti a pulire la casa.
Ah, so this is how you help me clean the house. Now this is something you would say after catching the person slacking off.
Ecco dove ci ha portato il tuo navigatore.
So this is where your GPS led us. This is usually uttered when you're lost in the middle of nowhere. Ecco is also used to introduce topics. Now when you're about to introduce a new topic, ecco helps capture your listener's attention and creates a sense of anticipation. It's like saying, here's what happened in English. Take a look at these examples.
Ecco com'è andata.
Here's how it went.
Ecco come stanno veramente le cose.
Here's the real situation.
Ecco perché è successo.
Here's why it happened. Ecco is also a synonym for to understand. In Italian, ecco is often used in place of
Capisco.
meaning I understand, especially when you want to convey that you've just made a connection, similar to saying, ah, I see in English. Take a look at these examples.
Carlo si è preso una bella influenza.
Carlo has caught a bad flu.
Ah, ecco perché non l'ho visto al lavoro oggi.
Oh, that's why I didn't see him at work today.
Perché non sei uscito ieri?
Why didn't you go out yesterday?
Dovevo finire una presentazione.
I had to finish a presentation.
Ah, ecco.
Ah, I see. We can also use ecco to explain things, combining ecco with words like
Perché?
meaning why or
Quando?
for when helps you explain something clearly in Italian. Here are some common combinations to look out for.
Ecco perché.
This is why.
Ecco cosa.
This is what.
Ecco dove.
This is where.
Ecco quando.
This is when.
Ecco come.
This is how.
Ecco tutto.
That's all. Here are some example sentences.
Non volevo farti preoccupare. Ecco perché non ti ho detto niente.
I didn't want to make you worry. This is why I didn't tell you anything.
Ho avuto paura. Ecco cosa è successo.
I was scared. This is what happened. Ecco is also used to indicate the end of an action. Now, when followed by the past participle, ecco signals that something is done and dusted, often with a sense of triumph. Some of the most common phrases with this construction include
Ecco fatto.
job done,
Eccoci arrivati.
here we are, we made it,
Ecco risolto.
that's solved. Another word you might see is riecco. So what is riecco in Italian? Now in Italian, you might also come across the word
Riecco.
which is a variation of ecco and literally means here again. It's used when something or someone makes a comeback. But while it usually conveys something positive, it can occasionally carry a subtle hint of irritation when such a comeback isn't welcome. Take a look at these examples.
Riecco il sole.
Here comes the sun again.
Rieccolo. Non lo sopporto proprio.
There he is again. I really can't stand him.
Riecco il problema con il computer.
Here's that computer problem again. Now, to continue your learning and to help you practice, make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet for this lesson, which you'll find a link to in the description box below this video. If you enjoyed this lesson, then you'll love Intrepid Italian, my series of online self-paced video courses that break down everything you need to know about Italian using my unique 80-20 method. More details in the description below. Now, if you enjoyed this lesson, don't miss my video on how to cheat your way to fluency using modal verbs. This is super powerful stuff. You can watch that video right here. Plus, learn the 80-20 of Italian vocabulary. That is, the top 20% of Italian words used in 80% of everyday conversations. This is super powerful. You can watch that right here. In the meantime, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on those notifications so you get an alert when I post more video lessons like this one. Until next time, un abbraccio, ciao!